Hey y'all, Jesse Kalen here, your empathic mirror to your soul, your brother in arms in the war for peace and love, and this is an inspired pick your spread message with that cosmic storm a brewing and with this week's energies, and just right now I just felt ushered that, you can pick a little bit more specified general guidance. So that's what's going on here. I've already shuffled the decks. I'm using 3 decks. Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish and Selena Fenich, and the Messenger Oracle by Ravine Felon. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, all of that information will be down below, basically at $1 a minute, so you can buy as much of my time as you like. 10-minute intervals is generally suggested, but there you go. If you would like to join me on Patreon as a monthly supporter, there are really awesome rewards there. And of course, you can join me on Instagram and or Facebook for daily card pulls. And also on Instagram, keep your eye out on the story where you can win a chance for a free channeled message. Okay, so I'm going to tilt you all down so you can choose the spread. I already shuffled the cards, group 1, 2, and 3. So we have group 1 here, group 2 here, and group 3 here. All right, just choose whichever deck really you feel really drawn to, whatever group of cards here. And then if you feel so inclined to stick around for the whole message, that's your choice. But the whole point of these are for really to get a more concise message for you. So do whatever tickles your fancy. And we will begin with group 1. Okay. Group 1 had a few extra cards come out. We had 2 from the Fairy Oracle. We had 2, actually a lot of cards seem to want to come out from the Messenger Oracle by Ravine Felon, and then 1 Gaia card. So it was as if the Oracle, or the Messenger Oracle, like really wanted to come out. Okay, so let's, yes! Okay, no wonder. Okay. So what we have going on here for group 1, the fairies here have Gatekeeper, Fairy Time, Time Shifts, Dimensional Slips, along with Scared to Fly, the right moment, and sensing out the right timing. So let me tune in for a message here. Potentiality. All right. Yes, there is a formation of a fairy portal of like when you make certain decisions, then certain wormholes and time loops are set in motion, that sort of deal. And this card also represents how time is an illusion. So as you express and experience the present moment, therefore you can also heal the past and co-create the future. All right. And so with this Scared to Fly, there's a sense of inaction happening right now with you, group 1 people. For those of you who chose the spread, you are stunted. There is not even so much of a drive anymore. It just feels like life has been put on hold. Okay, and that's for a reset to have happening. That's part of what this card is representative of, with that wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, what is this energy, what is time even sort of energy. So to help you with that, with this co-creative aspect with that gatekeeper, in order to be an effective gatekeeper, not only do you need to know when it's time to act or when it's time to not act, right? But this is a total call to use your imagination, because both of these cards from the Messenger Oracle have see the signs and see yourself in nature. Now, seeing yourself in nature is really more about seeing yourself in the divine flow. There's a really awesome theory about being able to control the weather, and I myself have witnessed it and worked it, but it's less about like physically manipulating the weather. Like, do you control the weather or does the weather control you? Because it's being such in the divine flow of the natural order of things. All right, so seeing yourself more in tune with the natural law, with the divine flow, so much so that your life becomes so easy, and seeing the signs. when you're in that divine flow and things just happen and you are on the path of least resistance, so therefore you see way more synchronicity around you and way more actuality and way more clues to how to go about living your life in the most uniform way with nature. All right, with the mother of all, the all mother, Mother Nature, with Gaia herself. All right, so really seeing things as they are. Feel free to do some third eye meditations, okay, since both of these are utilizing clairvoyance and projecting clairvoyance as well. So receiving clairvoyance, being clairvoyant, is that seeing the signs. See, the signs here can be, you know, clouds taking shape in front of your eyes. It can be noticing when something crosses your literal vision with your eyeballs and knowing that it was there for you. It just really resonates. Sorry, I have some things going on my phone here. Let me turn it on vibrate. Today was a day where I offered free readings, free messages, because it's a rainy weekend, not a whole lot going on. So I have some requests coming in on the Instagram. But so opening up your third eye will really help you set things in motion when they're ready to be set in motion. And also with seeing the signs is reviewing the past and recognizing its co-creative powers for your future. All right, it's seeing how everything connects, and that's why you have this waiting period. It's an educational time for y'all. It's a time to observe and to understand what has happened up till this point. And then from there you can go on and do that co-creative power of seeing yourself successful, seeing yourself in love, seeing yourself experiencing everything that this life has to offer you with zest and zeal and enthusiasm. All right. And then for the Gaia Oracle, you have loss, grief, sadness, resurrection. But right now we are focused on the loss. There is something to be said about taking time to grieve for whatever you may have left behind. Whatever part of you, whatever people, whatever circumstances, you know, if you had to leave your hometown, if you had to leave your family, if you had to leave abusive situations, if you had to leave workspaces, you know, that's a difficult, jarring time. That does lead to a resurrection. But part of the reason why the Messenger Oracle is so insistent on you using your power of thought and your vision to co-create your universe is because there's more room for that to happen, and that happens after a loss is experienced. I'm feeling some insecurity, and I'm sorry if you can. It's spring cleaning day up in here. So my family upstairs is moving things around and vacuuming. But this loss, this sadness, it's just difficult. Change is always difficult, even if it's for the better. All right, so take the time that you need to grieve. Take the time that you need to reform your idea of what love is and of how you can receive love and how you can create love, and take the time you need to in order to do that. This gatekeeper is also, it's like the creator, right? The fairy time dimensional slips. Okay, so the message that I was getting with this is that the gatekeeper kind of decides what lies behind the door. That's a huge, important responsibility of the gatekeeper. The gate is magical and it opens and flows, but it opens up to all kinds of different worlds. So really take the time and go with the flow of the universe, which seems to be, you know, at that standstill. It's okay to stand still. It's okay to grieve your losses. It's okay to imagine yourself in different circumstances, or imagine your path of least resistance already at your feet, just going with the flow and running to Mother Nature and what she has planned out for you, Goddess Gaia, giving you everything that she has to offer. So getting in a receptive state for that as well, and then working on your third eye to see the signs about where you've been, about where you're going, and about the potential of the present moment, which is all about co-manifesting, all right? Observing and projecting to heal from this loss, to resurrect from the ashes anew, all right? Okay, take your time, really take your time. There is absolutely no rush for you to open that gate. In fact, marvel with the potentiality of it. Take some time to feel out exactly what the universe is trying to lead you towards and exactly what you feel really, really great with. Okay? It's going to be okay, group ones. And thank you so much. If this is where you pop off, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with the noise and all of that energy. Goddess bless you. I love you. And you know where to find me for individual guidance if that's what you need. Okay? Group 2. Here we go. So, what do we have here? Wow. No joke, group 2. You guys are going under some serious spiritual awakening, and there is a degree of warning here. There is a bit of a warning of keeper of secrets. Use your discernment. Confide in a trusted friend. Keep silent about knowledge. What you are about to embark, group 2, is an energy shift. Your energies will expand. Your energies will cause a recalibration in your world. It will cause a shift in your world. As you shift, so your world shifts. As your vibration heightens, you're gonna have to leave some people behind. There is a degree of danger here. There are some of those watching this spread that if you let people know what's going on inside your head, they very well may try to make you seem incapable of caring for yourself. And that's what happens when you shift your energy from toxicity. Toxicity will try to keep you there so it can continue to feed off of your frustration and your suppression. So there are direct people around you who allow influence from beings who feed off of this frustration, and therefore they feed off of that frustration. So don't advertise this connection that you are embracing with spirit, all right? Because honestly, we have embrace spirit, honor Gaia, flame tree, the start of something new. This energy needs to happen now, all right? Sorry, there's something on the back of the card. Embrace spirit and honor Gaia. This is honoring the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. This is taking order from your higher self and the all mother and the all father, rather than perhaps your actual physical, I don't even want to say actual, your biological family. The saying goes, right? How familiar are you with this? Blood is thicker than water, right? And that gives an idea that like family is super important, but that's actually half of the phrase. It's been dwindled down on both ends to give it that connotation. The actual saying goes, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Meaning the exact opposite, meaning that your vibe tribe is your true soul family, and that where you come from does not really matter. All right. So yeah, the people who chose this spread are undergoing an expansive experience. People will change around you. Do your best not to project your lessons of embracing spirit and honoring Gaia onto other people, because they are not going to be ready to receive that message. This is also an internal and a solitary experience. This is the kind of expression that is divine and magical and only happens through you. This is when you need to retreat into yourself and not take anybody's word and not fall for the social conditioning, and maybe even take an objective perspective, a re-look, right? A revisitation, a revision of what humanity is and how you identify with humanity or how you don't. Because humanity has abused this giving energy that constantly gives. But if you give nothing back or only toxicity back, which you may be very familiar with, you know, that's bad news bears, and that you'll only get negativity back. And so spirit is infusing you with this bravery to take on new challenges, to expand your horizons in your commitment to honoring Gaia and helping manipulate humanity as a whole into one that is with Christ consciousness. But in order to do that, in order to aid into Christ consciousness for humanity as a whole, you also need to work toward Christ consciousness yourself, which is about embracing the spirit and honoring Gaia. Both of which scream to you that everything is connected, that you are a fragment of them, that Mother Gaia allows you to exist, and Father Spirit, you know, allowed for the initial creation of you. All right? So, that flame tree, the start of something new. Time to light the flame under your butt. All right, time for you to kickstart those changes and not give a damn about who says what, right? To such a degree where you don't need to advertise what's going on in your soul. You really don't. You don't need to convince people that you're on top of your game. You don't need to show anybody anymore. You don't need to get validation through anybody anymore. Now is the time really and truly to go into the place where only you and your creators and their assistants and your guardian angels and whatnot, your ethereal beings, that divine soul speak connection, whoever you talk with on that frequency, that's to be your foundational frequency for life. That attitude of, I don't really need anybody or anything except for this mother-father unity, divine masculine, divine feminine, living in me, through me, for me, and I'm in service for them. I am an expression of these energies. You know, it's going to shift yourself into a new reality, all right? Into a new reality. Keep silent about your changes, because there are people who would want to stunt your changes, and we're not going to allow that to happen, are we? No, not this time around. We are going to just keep ourselves in complete unity. And when you tap into your path of least resistance, when you take order from the All-Mother and the All-Father, that is when life gets really good. All right? So you are experiencing this shift right now, and you would do well to just internalize it, keep it to yourself, keep your head down. You know, you're about to walk through a kind of exposed / dangerous place where people will try to steal that divine energy from you by convincing yourself that it's not the case, and they will try to stifle you because they themselves either have been stifled or whatever. It doesn't matter. Bubble of truth, you don't need that in your life. All right? So just be quiet about this and go toward that new state of understanding and belief and duty to Gaia and spirit. All right. All right. That was a really good reading, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. If you decide to pop off now, if you just wanted that message, I love you very much. And you know where to find me for personal guidance if that is what you need. Alrighty, group 3, here we go. Wow. Group 3, this is lovely. So we have little boy blue, dreams come true, return of the soul. You've done a lot of work, born to create and jewel within a teardrop. All right, this is about spiritual communion. This is appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. This is about connecting with your true self. All right, return of the soul. This is about getting... Okay, so information and communication with spirit is coming in directly, and you know very much how to go about experiencing this unity and experiencing and expressing. That's the return of the soul. You may have spent so much time reconnecting and getting calibrated to that divine flow that you get to a place where life gets really fun now, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do and do what you were born to do. You were born to create. Y'all are in more of a space to, I wouldn't say get going. Not yet. There's a bit of a pause happening here, but it really is to appreciate that present moment, to appreciate the pause, only helps you create, only brings you closer and closer to your destiny. So the that emotional reconnection, you are well on your way. Your spark is lit. Your spark is lit. You know what feeds your soul. You know, you have an idea of what you want, of what you'd like to grasp, of what you'd like to attain, of what you'd like to form and create with your hands and give to the world. You are ready for this energy, but there's also that secret component with this darkness here about letting it come to you as well, letting the universe do her job and not telling her how to do your job, but just what you would like for her to do on your behalf. All right, that's the outcome that you would like to focus on. And so the key to manifestation here with Group 3 is to not focus on how, but on what, and to be very specific on what. So when you ask the universe to deliver a new career, be specific. You will get what you ask for. So a career that is fulfilling, that is on the path of least resistance, that gives back, that also gives you everything you need and then some, gives you that abundance, that stability and room for creativity and enough to enjoy life, right? So trusting that darkness that your brightness shines against to fill in the gaps along the way, all right? So that you can be worry-free. It's very much relying on that darkness and that mother dark goddess energy to give you everything from the unknown. You know, you don't know how your desires will be filled. You just know that they will be filled. All right. And it really all does go back to that connection that you've worked really hard to attain, that actually the spirit may have forced you into through deprivation, right? Taking away everything that you thought you needed, but in fact you really didn't. And it brought you closer to spirit, because in that deprivation, spirit becomes your best friend, your only friend, right? Yeah, really, really great. Wait 2 weeks. See where you are in 2 weeks as far as this creation goes, but you are very well on your way, and you are to feed this vein of thought with your belief and your trust in the unknown. Wow, really wonderful Group 3. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for having me. And if you stuck all the way till the end, you know I love you for loving yourself. And you know where to find me for future guidance. And I will talk to y'all very soon. Mwah! Bye.